Welcome to the foil. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-down. This is Danny Cohen with the Foil Stars, and I come to you, one happy camper, as the Stars have shaken the PTSD from last year's historic comeback defeat against Vancouver, as well as another 4-goal second period comeback this year against Vancouver to take it to them. And man, was that a really good game. This is a game that we had the goal of the year in Mikko's amazing spinorama. We can call him the Moosiah. Thank you, Whoopty Boy, from defending Big D for that one. And we also had probably the save of the year from Oettinger so far with that punching save that he made with the blocker hand coming across the crease where he had to cover some distance to do that. So just amazing stuff, some highlight reel activity. So before we get into the nitty gritty here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, repost this, and help me get the word out. I appreciate all y'all foilists. So we weathered the second period storm in this game, and you kind of felt like we had this one because the shoe's been on the other foot, right? Where we've had games where we're dominating the play and yet we're not getting anything to show for it. And it just always feels like that's some kind of bad hockey karma when you're given a gift and you don't use it. So we end up being on the other end of this, and that felt good. Oettinger had a great game. He put up a .944. I do have to say, I love those Vancouver throwback jerseys, and especially the flat black helmets. Those are sharp. So Robo just keeps scoring. He's got a 4-game goal streak, a 6-game point streak. He's got 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points in the last 6 games played. Robo could have had another Hattie tonight. He had one good scoring chance where he hit the post, and he had another one that he was cursing up a storm on the bench after where he just couldn't clean it up in front of the net. So just amazing stuff from him. Luckily, we didn't need those extra 2. Rantanen keeps it going with a 5-game point streak, and Blackwell with the game-winning goal. Just when with Blackwell, just when I think you can't be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. He had a couple rough errors, unforced errors in this game, and it was good to see him get that game-winning goal. He's actually played some very good hockey. This is not to rag on Blackwell, but when he makes some mistakes, they're big ones, and he seems to make them in bunches. But the guy, for a lower liner guy, he has speed, he hustles, he's got a little bit of skill there. Every once in a while, he turns on this physicality turbo where he had, remember that 3-hit in 30-second shift that he had? Just a really interesting player in Blackwell. So the Stars get outshot 36-24. In this game, our penalty kill streak ends. We still kill 4 of 5 power plays against us, so we're still looking good there. All 4 of our goals were even strength, and isn't that something that we're seeing more and more of is we're getting not just power play goals, but we're getting games where we have a lot of good activity, even strength. So, this team is not a one-trick pony. You got to watch out for them at all times. The Stars only won 39% of the face-offs. So when you get out, that's part of why they got outshot the way that they did. But this team is finding ways to win. I noticed Lian Bichsel is now a +7, which is good for second on the team. He's doing fine work. I thought Miro had another pretty solid game despite not putting up any points. Jamie Benn had 12 minutes on the game versus just 9 minutes in his first game back, so he's getting acclimated. He almost scored a goal. He was one that was shaking his head on a net front opportunity that he just couldn't bury. So, good to see the emotion from these guys. We would get a goal in the first period from Bourque. So the AHL line strikes again. Ritzy passes to Bourque on the rush. Bourque with a nice shot and a save by Lankinen as he's moving laterally. The goalie slides out of his net as he's making the save and can't control the puck afterwards. Ritzy goes behind the net and with a diving pass, kind of diving, whacking pass, he gets it out to Bourque, who is now on the other side of the net, and Bourque puts it in through traffic. Great effort by that line. They're getting kind of hard to pull the rug out from. So hopefully they can keep doing this. Then pretty quickly, Vancouver comes back to tie it. Kolyachonok puts an outlet pass in a bad spot for Blackwell. He put it in his skates, and Blackwell couldn't control it. It goes back the other way as a 2-on-1. And Ottinger gets beat high, short side with a beautiful shot. So then Dallas will come back in the same period. Hintz wins a puck battle in the corner, and while under pressure of two Canucks, he gets the puck back out to Robo near the red line, who does his patented curl off the red line and just with a ripper puts it high glove. Nice release on that. He keeps doing what he's doing. He might be the hottest goal scorer in the league right now. And just amazing, the tear that he is on. Otter misses a puck along the wall when he tries to play it a little later here in this period. That's just not his strong suit, is playing pucks. I wish our goaltending coach would work with him a little bit on that. Hell, get Marty Turco out there to give him a little tutorial on how to play some pucks. And Ritzy, he looked fast out there in the game. He had a very good game. I was telling you the last go-around that he had kind of fallen off a little bit, and he picked it up this game. He had a nice rebound chance in front of the net here. And it was a pretty end-to-end first period, all in all. Awesome hockey to watch. Vancouver would tie it on the power play. DeBrusk gets this one. Dallas can't get it clear for a long time, and there's a battle in front of the net on the power play here. It looked like Miro had lost position and got boxed out of the left post a little bit, and he was unsuccessful in tying up the two Canuck players that he had to contend with. He didn't have a whole lot of support from Esa, who was also kind of on the outside looking in that play. He was making an effort, but he just wasn't where he needed to be. And several whacks at it in front of the net, and it goes in. So we're at a tie game here. Bichsel with a crushing hit on the wall, with Garland being on the receiving end of that. Didn't see it coming. He's lucky he didn't get hurt on that one. It's a lot of man hitting a much smaller man. And then Mikko with some after the whistle stuff. Robo hits the bar in tight on the power play here. This is one of the other ones that he could have had. And then we go to the second period. Otter makes up for the poor puck play with a good poke check on the PK here. Benn has a giveaway in the neutral zone that leads up to a penalty kill, or to a penalty taken by Mikko, rather, in our zone to kind of try to corral that from turning into something bigger. And so, Benn is he's still working out some kinks in his game, but overall he looked pretty good. I thought he actually looked a little better in the first game, skating a little better, but we'll get there. Bourque takes a bad penalty on the PK to give the Canucks a 5-on-3 for a whole minute and 20. It was a clinch your butt kind of penalty kill that we had to endure. Heiskanen, he decides to make a puck rush, and on the 5-on-3 and try to get a shorty. I don't know what he was thinking. Every once in a while, he does some like this, and it just makes you scratch your head, but we get away with it. Wyatt has a wicked wrister from distance that gets stopped after the power play's over there. Benn gets close to a front goal. No goal. He's visibly frustrated on the play on the bench. And then Kolyachonok, he's got a pretty good one-timer. I see a good shot here from him about this time of the game. Ritzkovian with another nice play, a D-zone steal on Pettersson. Otter makes a great save coming across as he was out of the net on the opposite side. This is that save of the year contender, and probably the save of the year for now, for sure. He ended up dropping his stick to make this stop. Just incredible. And there's another save by Otter on kind of an alley-oop play in tight. Otter's keeping us in this game. The Canucks dominated the period, and we make it out to the third period after killing that 1 minute and 20-second 5-on-3 and just a lot of sustained pressure. It came back to bite them. You can't do that in hockey when you are given the gift of scoring chances. You must take that gift, and you must smile. They did not. They were ungrateful. So, third period, Benn with a few hits. He's trying to get his team riled up, doing captain stuff. Otter with the beauty of a sprawling kick save from close on a penalty kill. Again, another penalty kill here. Blackwell gets has a shorthanded ozone turnover off of a failed spinorama pass, and up until this point he's having a rough game. Otter with another nice stop here in this period about this time of game, and then on another play, Robo couldn't put the puck home in tight. This is the one I mentioned earlier. Petrovic had a nice D play on DeBrusk. Petrovic's plus-minus is very good, too. He's got +3 on the night. He led the team in plus-minus on the night. And then Dallas would get a power play here. Heiskanen with some beautiful stick work in deking through kind of some like little mini dekes on the power play here. I noticed they got Capobianco on the power play, the second power play unit, which makes a whole lot of sense. Benn is on the second power play unit as well. I'd like to see him on the first unit. And we don't score on the power plays there, but we would get the go-ahead goal, and this would be the game-winning goal from Blackwell. Bichsel with a D-zone whacking poke check, gets the poke to Faksa. And in the neutral zone, he makes, and we've seen him do this move before, he made a spinning backhand pass to a breaking Blackwell, who takes the shot from the slot with the Canucks in his business. It goes 5-hole anyway, didn't matter, and we wouldn't look back. So then Rantanen would get one of the prettiest goals you'll ever see. Vancouver can't get their goalie pulled due to the tactics of the Dallas squad, who did a great job in stymieing their efforts to get him off the bench and try to get this into striking distance. Benn would get the puck at the Dallas blue line and dishes it to Mikko. Mikko does this spinorama to get past the defenseman, who's doing a good job to deny him the slot. He's trying he's on the outside, he's trying to get interior, and he manages to do the Uno reverse card on the defenseman. And at the end of the spinorama, he makes this beautiful backhand shot, and it's perfectly placed, high glove and in. And then that would pretty much do it. We have some chaos at the end with the empty net and Otter stands strong, and the Stars come out with yet another win. The Blackhawks would lose in regulation tonight. The Mammoth would lose in regulation tonight. The Devils would lose in regulation tonight. So all good there. Dallas is now number 2 in the league standings, and we had to earn this one. This was a team that I was telling you in the preview of this game to not look past them, that they're better than what their standings would indicate. And this is a team that we have problems with. There's some emotional baggage, and we managed to get the great win. So we go to Calgary to play the worst team in the league tomorrow. This is a league where there are no layup games, so hopefully this isn't a trap game for us. Please win and keep this going strong. I look forward to coming to you after, before the next game with a little preview, and then after with the recap, and hopefully we'll be going through all the reasons why we won again. You all have a great day, and I look forward to the next one.